Grumble, grumble.
All right, y'all know who I am by now. Let's just get into it. We're going to look at some of the promo cards today from DiceFest 2023. So let's get to it. It's going to be, multiple copies of a bunch of these, but that's fine. All right, first step, I got the Golden Plume. Use 1 grit to attach to any hat. Bonus, once per turn, when you recover a grit or an ambition, heal 1 wound and 1 sanity. That is ludicrously powerful. Fountain Water, cracked. Discard to fully heal your health, recover a grit, and remove 1 injury or mutation, or discard to resurrect a hero that was just killed. That is also insanely powerful. And that's a Swamps of Jargono artifact. This first one was a gear card. Here we've got an artifact for Jargono. Old Keys. This is gear. Discard old keys. Oops. Discard old keys when you are drawing 1 or more loot cards to draw D3 extra. What? It's only worth 50 gold? Oh my god, that's insanely powerful. I'm not sure, but I think this one is like brand new. I've never seen nor heard of that before. Next up, we've got a couple of, looks like I've got 4 copies of Tentacles from the Void. This is a darkness card. Massive tentacles erupt from the floor, savagely lashing at the heroes. Ambush attack, P tentacles. Not that bad as far as darkness cards go, to be honest. Stuff that I would fear a lot more than that. Okay, I've got 4 of the... And if you're wondering how I have so many, I went to DiceFest with a friend, and he's not a player of the game, so I got all his promos too. Discard to heal up to 3 wounds, sanity, any mix from each hero on your map tile. Oh my god, that is really powerful as well. Incredible. It's a gear card. Let's say that's an Old West gear card in particular. Same thing with the Whiskey Stash. Gain 4 whiskey tokens. Discard this card. That's really nice. Next up in gear, we've got a Trick Up Your Sleeve. Discard to choose any 1 die just rolled and turn it to be any face of that die instead of what it rolled. Discarding this item may not be prevented in any way. We've got 2 of those. Very cool. So that would be like beautiful if you have a weapon that's rolling the D8 for damage. Maybe you got a crit with it, and then you roll the D8 for damage. You want to get that big 8. That's where you pop that bad boy. Flooded Cave. I think we looked at this one already. This is part of the goodie box. So we'll pull that one out. Dr. Benning's Skull. This one is related to this year's, but more particularly last year's DiceFest Saga mission. Basically, when you picked up the Saga mission for this year, they asked you, did you kill Dr. Benning? And if you say yes, then you get Dr. Benning's Skull. Once per adventure, move the darkness forward 1 space on the depth track to do D6 wounds, ignoring defense to each enemy, roll for each, within D6 spaces of you, or D8 wounds if undead. So, I mean, you're trading 1 space on the depth track for doing God knows how much damage. I mean, if you're really getting swarmed, this could be 50 damage. Not the worst deal I've ever heard of, and that is a mine artifact. Next up, we've got the Aztec Eagle Helm. I got a couple of these. +1 agility, +1 initiative. It's for the canyon. Anytime you would take horror hits, you take 1 fewer. Wow, that's a nice bit of gear, and it's a canyon artifact, as I said. Here we've got the Jade Coin, +1 luck. Once per adventure, force any single die to be re-rolled, even if it has already been re-rolled. Wow. these are all really nice. Those are mine artifacts. Dead Man's Cards, +1 luck. Once per adventure, discard any card just drawn and draw a new card to replace it. So that could be, you might want to save that for like a particularly terrible darkness card that comes out, or an enemy group that you're just ill-suited to face and you want to redraw that. But very powerful. And that's, again, a Western gear card, basically. And then finally, we've got Headline News. Now, this one is a little different because it has a different symbol. It says it's a special promo. Crime fighters unite to thwart Scafford Gang. Discard this item to allow every hero to recover a grit or D3 grit if law or outlaw. Wow. Okay. That's very cool. No value on that either. That's interesting. All right. So that's it. Just a quick little video showing off the promo cards from DiceFest 2023. Now, you might be asking yourself, Grumpy Meeple, what are you going to do with 4 copies of Sweet Perfume? So, there's a few things I could do. First of all, they're probably worth money. I mean, they are definitely worth money, so I could just sell them. Or I could come up with some kind of contest for the channel, something that would benefit me and all of you. Like, for instance, what if we had a contest where I asked y'all to post a question that you would like to ask the Flying Frogs into the comments section of this here YouTube channel. So I'm thinking, first of all, no kind of obvious slash crap slash, kind of pain in the ass questions like, when is Lost Tombs of Kamuntet gonna ship? Where's Wave 2? That kind of shit. Those won't count. But if you have a substantive question about like the design of the game, or a question about one of the new sets that's coming out, or about maybe an old set that's no longer available, or like a design, like I said, like a design question about like, hey, why does this particular hero work this way? Or have you ever thought of, of changing this particular ability or something because it seems overpowered? You come up with a good question, you post it in the comments section of this message, one question per person, and I'll randomly select someone and send them a random promo card, and maybe I'll even select more than one. Because what I hope to do is to take these questions and consolidate them into a list, and then be able to present that to Flying Frog and be like, yo, you've got 20 questions from your community. For the love of God, meet with me. Let's have an interview and you can answer these questions. And that would be a really fun way of engaging with the community and showing that you're, kind of that you're alive in between Kickstarter updates and DiceFests. And it would be good for the channel, and I think good for Flying Frog and the community and basically everybody. So post a halfway decent question in the chat if you want a chance at getting one of these lovely gear cards. And I'm going to run the same deal on the Facebook group and probably in the Discord group, so you can get multiple swings at getting promo cards. Just don't reuse your questions, obviously. So keep an eye out for that on Facebook and Discord, and get those questions in so you can get a hold of some of these promo cards. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later.